theatricality and deception. Powerful agents to the uninitiated, but we are initiated.
I'm super excited!
Why are we taught to fear and be afraid of the witches, but not question and be scared of the accusers? It's all the same, only the names have changed. History repeats itself.
Help has arrived, America.
There is no more need for fear. We are from the government and we are here to help you. All will be fine now. If you get in line.
They don't delete stuff because you're lying. They delete stuff because they don't want the truth to be getting out. I've seen some of the most haunting stuff of my life on YouTube. That haunts me still to this day when I saw it as a child. So you can't tell me they delete stuff because, no. They delete it because they don't want everybody else to see something in the video. My page is for intelligent people willing to expand their mind and open their mind. You aren't willing to do that.
Oh, I did my research. I wouldn't post it if I didn't do my research first. Some stuff I post, yeah, it's silly, but I wouldn't joke about something serious. I'm not for either side. I'm not into politics. If you'd like to send me a clip of somebody lying to the people, I'd be more than happy to expose them and post it. I'm here for you, the people. We are the voice. We are the solution. We are the only ones that can do anything about it. Is it the few corrupt individuals controlling the country? Or is it the billions and billions of people just sitting and complaining? We blame society, but we are society. TikTok and YouTube censors me like crazy. So when it comes to this stuff, I know what I'm talking about. Thank you for your post, but next time, don't think everybody's out to get you. I'm on your side.
This is where the money is going. Well, I have a copy of the Inspector General Act here in front of me, and it says, among other things, that it's your responsibility to conduct and supervise audits and investigations relating to the programs and operations of your agency.
That's correct.
So I'm asking you if your agency has, in fact, according to Bloomberg, extended $9 trillion in credit, which, by the way, works out to $30,000 for every single man, woman, and child in this country. I'd like to know, if you're not responsible for investigating that, who is?
At this point, we're conducting our lending facility project at a fairly high level and have not gotten to a specific level of detail to really be in a position to respond to your question.
Have you conducted any investigation or auditing of the losses that the Federal Reserve has experienced on its lending since last September?
We're still in the process of conducting that review. Until we actually, go out and gather the information, I'm not in a position to really respond to the specific question.
Well, that wasn't very nice. In fact, I am a specialist. I have a PhD in calling out the bullshit that our government lies to us about on a daily basis. You don't have to have an education to get a piece of paper just so everybody knows you're smart. In fact, the educational system is ruled by the rich and powerful. It's made to dumb you down. I bet you're also the same person that listens to Bill Gates. Bill Gates is not a scientist. Bill Gates is not a doctor, yet he refers to himself as a specialist. Also, you're listening to doctors. Most doctors are paid to push the agenda. You can have this education too. It's free. It's easy. All you gotta do is research. Oh wait, you gotta be smart enough to look in one hand while they're waving one in front of your face. Just because somebody claims to be smart doesn't mean you have to listen to them. Most people fit into the rat race. Therefore, they don't have time to do research and look the other direction. So, for you people, you might want to listen to the ones that do.
If I walk over there and sit next to Mr. Johnson and carry my phone, does Google know that I was sitting here and then I moved over there?
You're welcome anytime, Judge.
Yes or no?
I genuinely don't know without knowing
I'm
what
shocked
services.
you don't know.
Do you or do you not collect identifiers like name, age, and address? Yes or no?
If you're creating an account, yes, and using an account, yes.
Device identifiers like IP address or IMEI?
Depending on the situation, we could be collecting it, yes.
Specific search histories when person types something into a search bar?
If you have search history turned on, yes.
Contents of emails and Google documents?
We store the data, but we don't read or look at your Gmail.
But you have access to them?
As a company, we have access to them, yes.
So you could? Saying you don't or don't. I'm not asking do you or don't.
Is taxpayer paid for. All of this is a giant criminal fraud. All of this. Stay out of my space, buddy.
I'm out of here.
You're already over here with your color of law, unlawfully trying to tell us we can't be right over there.
Why is the
And this whole thing is illegal to begin with. You all should be citizen arrested for what you're doing. Shame on you aiding and abetting child trafficking. You're destroying this country. Go ahead and wear your 2 masks. You're a slave. All of you are pathetic. Unbelievable, un-American garbage. All these people are signed on to criminal activity with smuggling of children illegally, massively expanding this facility, part of the United Nations program to collapse our border. And just a week ago, this was packed with media. Now there's no one here because we're just supposed to accept this giant crime. It's all color of law garbage.
How come I got censored? Talking about being censored.
When did freedom of speech become against the law and allow you to be kicked off of every social media platform? How did our government get so out of control and corrupt when they work for us? How come I can't talk about Snippy Joe being a pedo or anything to do with saving the children? How come we can't talk about our Democratic Party in a bad way, but every other post about Trump was bad? Why can I not talk about certain people being clones, but everybody else is fair game? Why can't I spit out real facts about including the Why are they allowed to show 13-year-olds twerking and violence everywhere, but when I show a group of people rising and fighting against their government, it's blocked for violence? It's time, people. That's how it's done. We march in and demand. We don't back down.
It is time to come together and rise against the corruption. This is just the beginning. This is the people's warning to our government. The actions that follow is up to the government. If you want to fight, we will fight. We will not back down. You will have to kill every last one of us to get your way. Because when push comes to shove, who does it best? America.
So I made a post about somebody writing Facebook against pedophilia content. Facebook wrote them back, said it's not against their guidelines. This person, this is a great example of how we need to be. My hats go off to you. You are a true American citizen. You push back, you don't back down, and you put your foot down. This is a great idea. I wish everybody would stop with social media for a week and put them back in their place. If money wasn't coming in, they would make a change. But should we leave social media platforms? Some of our fight is getting out there. If you want to exit off them, wonderful. It's a great example. But you could also stay and fight back. Fight them at their own game. Create a new account. When they block it, post it 3-4 more times. We don't need to give up. Hashtag save the children.
So I created and posted a meme on Facebook a week into nobody liked it. I got laughed at, I got made fun of. So I'm just gonna leave this right here for you guys.
Terry Raposa, and I know you wanted us to wear a mask, so I thought I'd wear one that's appropriate. And that's this one. This is the mask you hope we all have on out here, so we can't see what you're doing. So we can't see that you're spending money, taxpayer money, on things that don't help the county. That you're receiving government funds, and you're receiving funds which you're not sharing properly with the businesses that they were intended to be given to. Well, I've got news for you. The people of Shasta County have taken off their masks. You call yourself public servants. You're not public servants. You don't serve the public. So we have to be in a position as the people to have supervisors that will do the will of the people. I have just one word for you. Recall, 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 recall.
One example, and I might get into the wine one, but the Bundy standoff. The constant fight between the rancher whose cattle were grazing public lands. But you see, ranchers that graze public lands actually pay the government for that. But the state of Nevada, for some reason, started shrinking the available land for that rancher. They would also say his cattle were going into other places they shouldn't have been. So they wanted to charge him for those areas that they weren't allotted. So they ended up seizing his cattle, which created a huge standoff, which is theft of property. Nevada was stating that they were using conservation efforts to protect the desert tortoise. One dug deeper, you would see that there was actually a solar company from China trying to put a solar farm in the deserts of Nevada and sell the electricity back to the Nevada grid. But the cattle would be a problem for that, because they could damage the panels. Steps conservation for the turtle, then a standoff. It was politicians using conservation laws, which taxpayers pay for, favoring a foreign solar company over a local rancher from the USA. But militias stepped in and said, fuck you. Which is why the government's targeting this today.
It's not mixed up real well. Well, there's some goodies down there. I better share with this class. So you told me this morning when I was in here talking to you that you would drink this water, right? So would you drink it? Yes or no?
Sir, we can neither comment nor...
Oh, you can't answer any questions?
No, sir.
So my answer would be no. I would not drink it.
So I posted this video showing that cartoons pre-program our children for sexual content. They took it down for sexual content. I think that's kind of the point I was trying to make. So it's okay to have it in cartoons and have our children watch it daily, but it's not okay to bring awareness up about it. I'm going to tell you right now, all these entertainment industries sneak in hidden messages constantly. Cartoons, family entertainment, nothing is safe. They successfully succeeded in pre-programming us. Do not let them succeed in pre-programming our children. I wonder why it was so inappropriate for TikTok, but as children we watched it every Saturday morning.